Hey folks, just checking in here. Got a little bit of news to share about Vandalia Creative. And I've got a little posture tip that I want to share with you that's been coming up in lessons this week. And it's not very often I have kind of strange posture. I learned from some folks with questionable posture, and it's not very often that I get to share a tip, so I'm excited to do it. But before I do that, I just want to share a little bit of news. We finished with the Melvin wine lessons. And we've got the CDs made, the cassettes made, and the prints, and I've been shipping them out a good bit here from the Slanesville Post Office in Hampshire County, West Virginia. That's been exciting, and I appreciate everybody that's been making the orders, and I appreciate everybody on Patreon that's been following along with the lessons. The next fiddler that we're going to be featuring is named Israel Welch. He was from the next county over from here, Mineral County, and he was actually in the nursing home with my grandma, so I got to meet him and spend some time with him before that, but also got to spend some time with him there and learn some tunes from him. And then learned a good bit of music from people who have learned from him. So I'm excited to share a bunch of his music for the next series. And that'll be starting this week. I think the first tune I'm going to do is You Want to Go to Heaven, Uncle Joe, or Miss McLeod's Reel. So we'll jump into that soon. But today I want to share a little tip with you. So a lot of people have been asking about right arm stuff and just kind of I've been working with a lot of people about like playing on two strings at once and just how to get comfortable with where these angles are and how to loosen your wrist and to work on that. And one of the things that people shared with me early on that I used a lot was to stand in your doorway like this. You thought I was just wanted to show you my cool doorway, but truth is I was taught to stand kind of with your elbow. I'd actually put it up against the frame, but just for example, I'm going to put it up against the actual door here. And that keeps you from shoulder bowing. And it makes your wrist need to be looser to be able to move, because when you're pulling with your shoulder, you can get away with a lot that's not actually great technique for fiddle. So if you have your elbow planted, it just really changes the relationship. And you can see there, I have to take my elbow up to get the frog. Like if I'm trying to do the exercise where we're playing from the frog to the tip, and I'm up, I have to move just a little bit to get that from here. But I practice that a lot. When I was getting started, and man, it really changed what I could do with my right hand, and it kept me from using my shoulder, and it gave me a lot more control over the bow. And so just a little teaser of what that'll look like in practice. Let's play a little of that Miss McLeod's that I'll be teaching next. So I'm just a little rusty on it. It's tricky to do to begin with, but that's a little tip for you for today. And we'll be checking back in with a bunch more tunes, banjo and fiddle, in the weeks to come, working on the music of Israel Welch.